not staying flat.
Oh, good. So the comments are working. Some of the comments show up in here.
Oh my goodness! I thought you said, "Oh, good, they're not working," and I was like,
good.
"Seriously?"
It's broken again.
Is it really?
No. Oh. Everything's always broken though.
I know.
Try and pull these up.
I already got it.
I know. I just wanted to see if it's like, you know.
Good
new
morning
ones.
from Sydney, Australia. Oh, I want to go there sometime. That sounds so much.
Where are we going?
Sydney, Australia.
Oh man, that sounds like that's a
idea.
ride, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I feel like I should put this.
Oh, there's like a bunch of them on Instagram. Good afternoon? Question mark? Everyone?
This is going. Come sit down.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, what are you doing? You're recording it?
Yeah, so then just in case
Oh, okay. No, you're saying. All right, cool.
I hit the record button, I'll even turn the screen around so you can see yourself.
I don't know if I want that. So many of me.
You know, we're supposed to I think the consensus last week was make sure you do all the setup work.
I
in
agree
the
on that
moment
though.
because it's funnier.
Oh no, I thought it was the opposite. Do it before you push play. I feel like a bunch of people, like, there's always like these beauty bloggers and they're putting a live thing and they're like doing their hair before. I mean, I do this all the time, but I mean, like, they're like doing stuff that I'm like, you could have done that before you push play. I don't. But like, I feel like they all do it and I'm like, is there something that you're supposed to do that?
I'm supposed to make this better framing. Boop. Boop.
Okay. Denmark, South Texas, Maine, Alabama. Where else? Milwaukee. I know Milwaukee. Ontario. Hey, that's you. South Carolina. I've been there. Another Denmark. Oregon. Brazil. UK. Holy crap. Los Angeles. Mississippi. San Antonio.
Oh,
Oh, it's my
can you
cousin.
even keep up?
I can't even count. Oh my God. I haven't even taken a sip yet. I know. The consensus last time was that I was like drinking a lot. I was like, these people don't know me.
I think the consensus last time was that you were already drunk when you got here.
I know. I'm like, people don't know me.
That's how she is all the
That's how
time.
I am. That's without alcohol.
Constantly drunk. It's never ending.
That's how you never get a hangover. Never stop drinking.
Oh man. Oh, so first of all, let us know how the sound is this week. If it's I was peaking last week. I think this mic is like weirder than that one or something, even though they're going to the same receiver. I don't know. I can always move the mic further away, but you know, let's give us the feedback watcher will be watching the feedback as we get into it. So I had a bunch of technical problems trying to get this thing set up, so I don't have any notes this week. I didn't have a chance to put those together.
Yeah.
You know, because I spent a lot of time on prep work for this show. That's one thing I do want to like get into before we actually really start. Is like, what is the purpose of this?
Yeah, what is it? I actually have that same question.
There is no purpose. It's just a fun way for us to spend some time together, and maybe someone out there finds it entertaining.
Maybe.
We're not trying to like steal Mark and Nicole's show.
I don't know why we would do that.
It's what people suggest.
Oh, really? I don't pay attention to apparently anything.
This is not like a real show.
No.
So don't come into this with low expectations, and maybe you'll be surprised.
Think about that.
happy.
Most things in life. Expectations low,
Bring your
always
expectations
happy.
down here, and you'll be fine.
You're always going to be happy when we hit it there. I know.
So yeah. So
I don't even know what their show is about.
It's like a real thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where like they actually answer like questions and like
They have like real sponsorships and actually add value.
Yeah, they actually add value.
They actually add value.
We're just sitting here having some wine.
I know. Right. It's less weird. You no longer can like sit at a bar and have drinks. Now we just sit on live.
Honestly,
YouTube.
this is like our date night time, because otherwise, like, when do we spend time alone together?
From 10 o'clock until 11.
Yeah, but I'm tired.
Yeah, it's true. And he is.
I don't sleep. I'm having this problem now where I can't sleep at night. So if I wake up, I can't fall back asleep.
We have children. One is 1 year old. So she wakes up every night. Usually, she's been doing kind of better. 11 p.m., 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 6:24. It's always 6:24 because it's always 1 minute before my alarm goes off at 6:25. And I'm like, every time. She's consistent, to say the least.
So it's been interesting. So I my eyeballs.
Yeah.
are mushy.
I know.
Mushy eyeballs. So anyway, what are we drinking this week?
This is from one of my favorite collections. What? This is... I don't know where your little zoom in being creepy man is. This is Empathy Wine. It is made by Gary V's company. I don't even know if it's really his company. I know that he like.
He's on the bottle, isn't he? Is his face on there? Or no?
No, that's not.
Oh, those are the farmers?
These are the farmers.
Never
the thing
mind.
that's cool is that like, my understanding loosely, because
He has a part in it. Whatever.
yeah, he has
Whatever,
a partner.
whatever his involvement is, something.
I found about it because of Gary Vee, and I like him. And Empathy Wine is all about like, I don't know, 3 times a year. This is one of the wine clubs we're in.
Yeah.
And now this is our 2nd year with Rosé, and I would say 2019 beats 18.
Yeah, big time.
I don't know big time, but beats it. Because I think there's different farmers every time, so I feel like by saying that you might be being mean to farmers 18. I don't know.
Could have been a
I
bad
could
year.
be wrong. So
A worser year.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait for 2020's vintage. Ugh.
oh yeah, as to sleep training that kid, that'll never happen because I am a wimp and I'm very weak.
You've never sleep trained any of our children, and it's
None of
pretty
them still
evident.
sleep.
It's
Yeah.
clearly evident.
Yeah.
Because they don't sleep through the night still.
Still, none of them. And I can't do it because the idea of my child crying for like more than 2 minutes kills me. And I understand that I'm being more mean by picking them up and then like not training them. I can't do it. I'm a weak person. So. Matt can do it. But he won't. I won't. No, it's not gonna work. So.
Oh, man.
How long will Matt's hair get before it's a hazard? I think it might be. He literally did ask me for a hairband the other day.
I've had longer.
When?
Whenever I made Jared's bed. I was watching those videos, and it's longer than this.
Why didn't you cut it? Was it because...
It was winter. I don't know. It was just longer back then. Maybe just used to it being longer. I don't know, but it was like...
A little bit more. Or maybe it just fell differently. I just feel like... When did you last get your hair cut? Like, that you...
November?
Okay.
Is that right?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Check the credit card. I don't know. I don't go that often.
I go once a year. I go every January, and I don't cut my hair ever again until the next January.
I think I usually go like every 4 months
Yeah,
or something like that.
makes sense. Yeah. All right.
Save money on haircuts, you know? I'll go
A
as
lawyer
often.
with a heart.
A what?
A lawyer with a heart.
I have no idea.
All right, let's see. We had some fun questions on Instagram, and I feel like last time you didn't answer like any of them. And so then if I was an Instagram follower of yours, I'd be like, why would I answer?
We answered 2?
I'm just going to tell you my thoughts.
3?
I would have said like, why do you want me to put a question in? You're not going to answer it anyway.
I don't know. I think you get sidetracked. I'm going to blame you for everything.
Good idea. That's a good game plan. I'm going to start with a real hard hitter question.
I'm ready. Hit me hard.
Would you rather be 3 small hot dogs or 1 large hot dog?
Rather be?
Would you rather
Like-
be? Not eat, be. I mean, because I think eat-wise, 3 little ones.
A big one.
No, I'm going to eat 3 little ones. Then it feels like you're eating more, even if it's less meat, because it's like, there's more. What? I'm right.
I still can't get over how this, like, how I'm a hot dog. Or how am I 3 hot dogs?
That's true. How are you 3 hot dogs?
I have no good answer for this, other than it seems very impractical.
All right, obviously a lot of people care about your chair kits, and I also agree that you need to give answers on them. So
I will give answers. That's the problem with like teasing a little earlier, being like living in this like public spotlight where you're supposed to like say what you're doing all the time.
He's not aggressive about this at all.
I can't keep things secret. It's very hard to keep things secret.
Says the man who's literally like posting it up, trying to keep it secret, and he has a chair kit.
It's been a secret for like 6 months. Okay, and now I'm spending like 2 weeks doing these things.
Yeah.
People gotta know what you're doing. What have you been doing for 2 weeks? This is what I've been doing. Okay, so what are the questions on the chair kits?
Okay, and I feel like these are fair questions. So
I didn't say they weren't fair
you're
questions.
wrong. Everyone else and me are right. So
It's getting hot in here.
yeah, I know, right? So how much do you think approximately for a chair kit? I feel like you've said a range, so just repeat the range.
Okay, so the range is going to be, most of them are going to fall in the $200 to $300
Caveat.
range.
200, 300.
Yeah, the price point is going to depend on 3 factors: the style, the species, and the quantity that you order. That can give you a better deal on bigger sets of chairs.
Okay. And so when do you think you'll know when they're done? Like, when will you be like, all right, now we can buy them? Like, just give expectations. Manage expectations.
I have.
here,
I've said
man.
June.
Okay, June.
June. I've been very, very open about the launch window. that I'm shooting for, which is early June.
Let me tell the rest of the world. This is what it means. It means probably July.
Well, I had already said like May offline.
Okay.
So
yeah, probably July.
now, hey.
I know him.
We'll be looking at shipping in July.
There you go. Okay, but you could like put
The
your
ordering,
credit card
the
information
ordering
in.
will start in June once they have all the videos done, so people know what they're getting or get what they're getting into,
There you go.
etc.
Right.
I'm pretty adamant about customer experiences. I like positive customer experiences,
That's fair.
so I don't want to sell something that's like a crap experience.
So what are you trying to do to make it so nice?
The education side of things.
Oh, right. You're trying to do the videos.
So the videos, having the videos there lay out exactly what you need to do when you get these things in your shop, as well as like this, or actually like write-up instructions, that kind of thing, and just being open about what you're actually getting, because there's a little bit of nuance to these things that maybe you might not like.
Yeah. So that's what I thought was kind of cool, though. I suppose is that. And I don't know if it's made clear. I don't follow you super stringently, so this may be like...
You just follow me around the house.
I follow you around the house, to your work.
I was going to show off the remaining chair kit, which I have not shown yet.
But he's getting the chair kit, and you're also getting videos on how to do the chair kit.
Well, those are public.
Well, okay,
So
those are
you'll be
public,
able
I
to
guess.
watch the instructions before you buy it.
But what
so
I'm
you'll
saying
know.
is that, like, you're going to get this and then a link saying, here's a video, here are all your pieces, and instead of having it's like called IKEA, but it's like IKEA
With better
instructions, it's actually like visual instructions where you're watching, which I like.
Can't find a seat.
And this one is seatless, if you're that kind of person.
There's a cherry seat.
I literally thought this was going to fall.
It's a recliner. So
The adventurous people. This
this
one's
is going
like...
to fall apart on me.
Oh, yeah, it is.
All right, this is the 5-slat design. This is our simple. So this is going to be on the lower end of the pricing spectrum, just to give you an idea of that. So that's our
This is what kind of wood is that?
This is a maple.
And that's why it is? Because the wood's less?
No, this is Styles, this cheaper one.
Oh.
Also maple, also cheaper.
Okay, yeah. So it's two things that are going to affect cost. Type of wood and style.
Yeah, but primarily Style.
So why is this one cheaper?
Doesn't have the giant back slat.
Oh, yeah, that's more wood.
It's more expensive. That's an expensive part.
Now we know.
Okay.
This is not flat.
I know that. There's a gap in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we should have done the flat ones because those have longer things. Okay. One other question about chair kits really fast.
All right, hit me.
No, I'm asking them, not me. I'm looking right now. Where can we order these kits? Not yet. You can order them on his website, mattcremona.com.
When we launch, yeah.
When he launches.
Yep. That's where everything will be.
That's where everything is.
The videos, instructions, or whatever. Ordering page.
Ooh, this one. What does this mean? Super chat.
I mean, someone gave you some cash money.
Dang, Gregory Miller, Cash Money Hero. Can he get his last name on top of the back brace of the chair set? Keep bending the wood.
Okay, let me grab one real quick. So I can't do that for you.
But you can?
But-
He can do it for himself?
I mean, it's wood. So that's one of the nice things about this is you can customize your kits to do whatever you want with them because, you know, presumably you're a woodworker. So I don't have a capability to put a CNC'd design in a crest rail at the moment because I don't have a CNC. And I don't really have the capability to really like handle logistics on customized engravings on chairs right now. But it is something that
You're not saying no to?
I'm not saying no to at this point. Well, I'm saying no to it at this point,
But not the future, maybe.
but in the future. Or you buy a kit, if you have a friend with a CNC, they can
do it for you.
do it for you. Yeah.
So the answer is, that is a possibility.
The answer is do it yourself,
But there's
Or-
room for you to do it yourself.
or maybe I can, facilitate that at some point.
Yeah, we know some people with CNCs. Didn't at one point CNC people gave out them to like a bunch of people for free?
Yeah, the X-Carve, yeah.
Yeah, I felt like a lot of people had that suddenly.
I don't anymore.
I know you don't. Chair quack question. Wow, I swear I literally have only drank that much.
Well, you had a long day. You've been on the phone a lot. You went
have been on the phone
You
a
went
lot.
to court.
I did it. I had a court hearing today over the phone, not Zoom, so it didn't matter what I wore. But okay, another from Jason. Chair kit question. Please tell me Matt is not making them personally. He is not.
I'm not. No,
He's
I'm
not.
not. No. So these are all made in production shops. So everything is pretty much made on CNC. It's actually pretty wild the kind of things you can make. Like the machines will just make all these things.
So are you gonna do a video of like showing it be made?
Hopefully, yeah. At some point, at least some little snippets of the parts going through the machines at some point. So we'll see about that. It's pretty wild.
Do you think in the future you could do rockers? That's from Fred. Like a version that's a rocking chair.
I mean, it's just literally the same thing, but with a curved piece that gets attached to the bottom. So, yeah. A lot of people ask about, like, if I'm going to do, like, armchairs and, like, different styles on this. Presumably, yes, if this actually works and takes off.
So you do more styles.
Yes.
Like a little baby chair?
I mean, it's limitless. I could
limitless?
literally offer, like,
Anything, guys.
anything.
All right, start getting some crazy stuff, because doing it. Set it here.
I'm thinking Maloof rocker. What do you think?
I don't even know what that is.
Don't worry about it.
God.
Maloof rocker kit. That sounds terrible.
Oh, I don't know what that is. All right, let's see. Any more chair kits? Can you get the narrator from the How It's Made to narrate the video?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know because I can't get anybody to, like, take me seriously or do things I want.
Probably
so
not.
Probably not. No.
Probably not.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, that's a real problem in this world.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, this is nice. Someone said, "Thank you for making your crib. You helped me. You inspired me to make his own for his daughter."
Oh, that's wonderful.
Or her daughter, because it's both names, so I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. But either way, that's so awesome.
Great.
I like that.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. I'm gonna miss, like, having that crib out whenever we actually have a house that could put another bed in.
I know, it's gonna be really weird. It's gonna be weird when we actually put away the bassinet that we now use to put clothes in.
It's a fantastic hamper.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be sad though, but like I have to keep it forever because someday I want our grandbabies to be able to like lay in it.
Yeah, when I come over and take naps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take naps, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more chair kit questions? I don't think so. I think that is it.
Do you want to grab another Instagram question, or is there a
Alright.
question that you got?
No, I'll do it. Also, is there, did you one time, that's all the chair kit questions on Instagram.
Chair question.
Oh, wait, yeah, there's one more.
Okay.
With the chair kits, is there any possibility of ordering a single chair, perfect for a vanity? Oh, this person, either they're paying attention, but you said you're going to make a vanity, in which case, good play. That's a good play.
For the initial launch, I'm not going to be doing just a single chair. I'm doing a minimum of 4. I'm not sure if the price that would have to be would be all that attractive to people, because when you're buying a set, you essentially have an economy of scale. So, I don't know, like a single chair would probably have to be like 50% more than what you would buy like a set of 4 for, like individually. So if like a set of 4 is like $200, I'd probably do like a single one for like 3. So I don't know if...
So just get 2 and spend an extra $100. Right? If they're 200 a
It's a
piece.
set of 4.
Oh, sorry, yeah, never mind then.
So buy 4 and have an extra 3.
Yeah. Oh man. All right.
I just don't know if that model will... This is like a volume model, so I don't think...
Get a
single
friend
one's-
and then
Yeah, do
3 more.
do like a group buy.
You could do group buy. I would. That's what I would do.
All right, so you're buying... How many are you buying?
Me?
With someone else's money? not our money?
My mom is
This
going
is
to buy
like,
some.
this is
My
like one of
dad.
those things where it's like, you sold so many.
I'll be like,
Just
I
kidding, I
bought
bought them all.
like your family all bought them, which is sweet, and that still counts.
That'd be nice.
That's like when you sell like a book, and then you're like, yeah, but my mom bought all the books.
Probably like 50 copies.
Your mom would buy 50 copies of your book, though, because she'd be so proud.
Ugh, I'd be so proud I actually did that.
I would, too. And mostly if he writes a book, know that I wrote a book, and then I wrote Matt's name on it.
I mean, that's fine. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Make it happen, please.
Okay, another question is, did you say you once lived in Canada?
Did I? I think you did.
I've never lived in Canada.
You said I did.
But have you lived in Canada?
I have. I spent a glorious 12 years there. The first 12.
Yeah, he's Canadian, this one. He's a dual citizen!
I am. I did that last year?
This year. Yeah, last year now, I guess, because it's 2020. Which is crazy. It's already middle of May.
Oh, man. Like an anniversary gift? Like,
Oh, I was like, an anniversary for what? For becoming a U.S. citizen? Yeah, they give you another citizen flag.
I'm thinking like a bonus check.
They're like, you get a stipend. Thank you.
Thank you for paying your taxes. Here's an extra $10.
I don't think so.
No?
I think they're like,
I don't know. I thought they were throwing money around these days.
yeah, they're throwing money around these days, but not like that. Let's see. Will you mill logs for other people?
No.
The answer's no.
No, not
You'll
really,
not.
no. I guess like if it's like a crazy thing, maybe I will. Like when Phil came from Mississippi,
Well, yeah, if it's like something really cool,
that's a little different.
which
Like,
is subjective.
so if you're willing to drive 1,300 miles and bring me something that doesn't grow here, I'd consider it. I'm not really set up or have time for or live in an area where I can be running a sawmill all the time. So, you know, I keep that to a minimum.
So, Matt, are you going to be painting the new trailer?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I am. We can
Probably.
Probably.
I mean, the guy hasn't called me back yet, so it's not been an official.
I already
no.
told you I ordered the paint. I'm done with it.
How much did the paint cost?
$600.
Okay, he's done with it. He is done with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I just figured we were doing both, and you'd be set, because I didn't think it was $600 of paint. Holy hell.
I'm not gonna do this again.
I think it's like gold.
I'm gonna get the good paint. The same. I think it was the same paint I got for the sawmill. But yeah.
know.
So in case someone does not know what the heck you're talking about, so the original plan was to have the trailer galvanized. The company that we reached out to do the job and allow me to do the filming agreed for the filming thing, and then they basically, what's that word? For when you ignore someone?
They ghosted.
They ghosted us for like 6 weeks.
More than that.
And then we finally got an answer that they decided that they were going to pull out on their deal on that. And they were kind of like rude. I don't know if rude, like condescending, I think is probably.
Probably the right word.
Yeah. I mean,
Because he said it very kindly in a very Minnesotan way.
you're an attorney, so you deal with like people's like
jerks.
dagger words
Dagger words? Yeah.
pretty often. But when you told me what they said to you, I'm like, this is not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But he did also like make it kind of clear that like it would be cool for them, a big company, to have a lawyer, but they just weren't comfortable that Matt would have representation.
I think that's the thing that annoyed me the most, where it's like they wanted to produce a legal document, a legal agreement for me to abide by for the filming process, which is fine.
Totally fine. Not mad about that at all.
When I have my attorney reach out to their sales rep to get a hold of their attorneys so he doesn't have to be the middleman, that scares them.
They said, that kind of put us off. And I was like, so what you're saying is it's cool for you to have a lawyer and it's not cool for us to have a lawyer. And he was like, well, just, made us nervous. This was more serious. And I said, well, I mean, it is a serious business. This is a real business. He pays taxes. He does this full time. This is a real thing. But I was like, yeah, that just doesn't make me feel like happy about you. And I just don't love when big companies think that they are.
So if you want to put it into their perspective, for instance, they're a large company. They did $950 million in revenue last year. They're publicly traded, so you can go, snoop on them.
Apparently Matt did.
They did $450 million of galvanization last year, so my $1,200 job is nothing to them.
Right.
But the fact that they said to you that they saw absolutely no value in what I can provide to them as far as an exposure and like educating the public and just like an industry insight, that really bothered me.
So.
And I don't really talk about like the behind the scenes stuff that often, but it's actually fairly common for companies to not take me seriously.
Yeah.
Which is super annoying. And I wouldn't have been upset with them if they had said no from the beginning.
Yeah.
But the fact that they said yes and then led me on for all the time that they did and then ended up just dropping out of nowhere after countlessly trying to get a hold of them to get an answer from them, that's what makes me upset. So there are so many companies that don't take us seriously. So here's some homework for everybody. There are a lot of companies, unfortunately, that actually do.
Yeah.
So please reach out to any sponsor of any of your favorite online content creator and just say thank you.
Yeah.
Like over here, Triton Tools has been amazing to work with for almost 4 years now. Horton Brass has been with us for a year as a recurring sponsor. All of our advertisers that do smaller things with us, just like the biggest thing you can do is just tell them thank you, because then they know that
it matters.
This is actually working. This is a valid way to actually advertise, and it makes them feel a little good. I mean, they want you to buy their stuff.
Obviously.
That'd be cool. But just send them a thank you. Open Instagram, DM your favorite brand,
Right.
and to say thanks for supporting so and so. I think that would go
A long way.
a long way. So
And I feel like it just shows that in this world, I mean, the way that, I mean, even me personally, like the things that I buy, a lot of times I'm happy to be influenced by influencers. Like I'm shameless about it. I don't care. Like I am happy to say, okay, I like this person and I'm going to value what their opinions are. And so yeah, I've tried stuff that I wouldn't have otherwise tried only because someone that I followed on Instagram or not really YouTube to be honest, but
no, you don't watch a lot of YouTube.
I don't watch any YouTube.
But
I do like, I like Instagram.
I don't get upset very often, but this really like irked me. Like,
yeah, when Matt gets annoyed, he gets annoyed. Also, I think he was sad because like we have been waiting forever, and we thought the only thing left.
I want to get this thing on the road. Like I spent a lot of money to this thing. Just sit in the driveway.
I know.
I want to use this thing.
And it's JR's toy.
I know. And I built it for JR. Yes, I know. I built him this trailer.
Literally, it's so funny. JR sincerely thinks it's his trailer. Like I don't know why. Matt builds so many things, right?
Like, I don't know, his bed.
Like his bed, yeah. But like, never once has he ever been like, Matt, my dad is making this for me. And he tells anyone and everyone, my dad is making me a trailer. We're like, what are you going to do with
What does
this
that even
trailer? Like, and he's just like, yeah, Dad and I, like, this trailer's mine. We're going to do stuff with it. And I'm like, okay, dude. Okay, what's next, though? What else we got?
You got another Instagram question, or?
Do you plan on doing any lathe videos?
I mean, I kind of just did with those coasters, which is coming out. Where are the coasters? Oh, I was going to put them out for our wine.
Oh, you were? That's good, because I keep hitting this thing. I'm never bringing
They're not done yet, but, you know.
I know, it's true.
It's true of most things I make.
Yeah, sure, not done yet. I thought you meant this isn't done yet. You still have time to knock your wine over again. I was like, yeah, I do. It's like, good point. I will.
So for the coasters, I turned the blank on the lathe to get them into a cylinder versus
like
the
this.
cone shape of the mixing cup. So that was a little bit of a lathe type action, but I have been meaning to do some more turning stuff for years. Lathe videos are just like, they're not fun to film. That's the problem, for me at least.
Why?
Why? Because like, part of it's like how I have my lathe set up against like a wall. If it was out in the middle of like an open space, I can get in behind it. But it's really hard to find some good angles. I personally, as a viewer, I don't really enjoy the overhead like view type of thing. I prefer like more of like a point of view style, so I can just see what the tool's doing versus what the top of the turner is doing. So I try and get something like in here, but this is a tight spot for camera.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, the shop is. If I turned more often, maybe I would have like moved the bench that way more. But I need that space over there because the camera is normally over there. Cameras need space. So there's that.
How old are you? Do you even know? How old are you?
32.
Oh my God, wait, are
I
you?
am?
Yeah, you're 32. Yeah, you're 32.
Yeah.
Now I was like, are you 32?
I always forget. Once you get like over, I don't know, like 28.
I
No,
was
maybe over
30.
30. You
I
just,
think-
you just stop forgetting.
I think once you hit like 31, because you know I'm older than 30, then you're like, how old am I?
How old are you?
I'm 34. I know, but you're gonna be 33 in like 2 months, so
Oh,
let's
man.
calm down. So
That's like, it's like bonus points for two of the same number, or
what?
like it's 2 3s.
To be 34?
33.
Oh, you. I was like, okay. Sure.
Yes, 34. Two of the same
I was
numbers.
like, what are you talking about? That doesn't even make sense.
Ah,
All right, let me see what else we got for good.
it's pretty good today.
Actually, yes, I really like this new rosé, like a lot. Let's see.
You got an Instagram question? I know Jonathan wanted to ask you what the spoon he made for you.
I love that spoon.
Okay, so
I use that spoon almost every day.
it was super confusing because it's not really a spoon.
No,
It's like
perfect.
is it like a scooper? Is that what we call it? Like what do we even call it? Like a
I use it a lot.
spatula?
It's like a wooden flat thing.
The wooden flat thing.
That's what I use it for. I mean, I use it all the time because it's really good for mixing and for mushing meat because it's like got a little, so you just like jam that meat down. Like, so we use it, I use it for sauce. I use it for stir fries. I use it honestly pretty much at least half of every day I cook.
I know, because I wash it like
All the time.
all the time,
All the time. I really like that one.
constantly.
I was like, we need to make more spoon stuff, which No, you don't. You can turn spoons, I suppose, right?
I've turned more spoons than I've carved spoons, yes.
Well, I like the lathe you made.
The lathe?
Whatever it's called. Ladle. There we go.
That was power carve. I didn't even turn that.
That thing I like.
Yeah,
Oh, wow, there's another whatever super
otherwise.
chat. Roberto. Okay, hi, Matt and Lindsay. I got a hat and t-shirt stickers, and I love them. The stickers are stuck. What does that mean?
Stuck to what?
I don't know. I hope that's
I'll
like...
send you some new ones, I guess.
Yeah, if they're bad.
I mean, the stickers are stuck to hopefully whatever you stuck them to.
But if not, Matt, we'll send you new ones, so send him a message.
I'll just send them to him. It's fine. If you remember to tell me.
Send me a message on Instagram, because I read my Instagram messages. Matt, it's too hard.
You read mine.
I read some of yours. I try really hard. Are you still doing the Workbench thingy with Andrew Klein? What's that mean?
Yes. Yeah, so the whole stay-at-home order has kind of slowed that down because they have to go over to the vacuum kiln. So those presumably talk to Eric this week, and we'll probably go over the next week. Yeah, next week. So nothing's happened yet. They're still sitting in the backyard. I got 6 slabs, 6 of these bench halves, whatever they're called. They're 6x13s is what they are, by 8 feet long.
Why are we out of sync?
I don't,
That's a great question.
like you and me, like.
No, I'm pretty sure it's our voices. Because
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why it is too, because they are though.
Is it on live? Because I know it was out of sync on the recording.
I think it is on live too.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I just think that YouTube Live is too smart for us to figure out.
It's complicated. Like, people wonder why I don't do this more often. It's a lot. Like, it's not like that easy. You'd think it'd be easy.
Yeah.
Something's always broken. Something is literally always broken.
That's what happened before we started this. Everything was green, and Matt was not happy.
Yeah, all the video feeds was green. So you could do listen to us and watching green. Mm-hmm. I mean, that could be better than this. I don't know.
That's true. It could be. Like, I wish it was green again.
Ah, I missed the green screen. It was so good.
I do too. Are you planning any simple build in the future? A high boy is a few years away.
No. I'm not official. I mean, like, I don't have anything like on my schedule of simple things. The next thing is going to be the dressing vanity. That's going to be over in the guild. That's going to be mid-century modern with mitered boxes. So it's like a flat top and then like a waterfall up, and then there's like a desk sitting area thing in the middle. So it's going to be like a lot of bevel cut miter things, waterfall joint things. Which would be, I'm actually looking forward to that. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
You like gave me so much grief over it being mid-century.
I think I'm just excited to cut wood.
Okay.
And make something. And then the other thing that's like kind of floating around in my mind right now is a serpentine chest of drawers. I think it's like a chest of drawers, but the drawer fronts go like this.
You mean like Dr. Seuss style, like sort of ones?
No, those are like really like broken, goofy, leany ones. I mean, this is like the ones where the drawer fronts are just like have a curve in them.
Okay.
S curve.
So kind of like the one upstairs.
That's a bow front.
But it's kind of like that.
So you take that, but instead of just having it go
out,
have it go in and then out.
Okay.
I think it'd be kind of interesting.
Where are you gonna put that?
I have no idea. But I just want to make it.
Who are we giving that to? I guess.
I don't know. Your parents got space, and let everybody moved out.
That's true.
Like the furniture dump over there in our house.
Yeah, I know. My parents get to have like sloppy seconds and stuff.
I hope they like 8 different mismatched chairs, because I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these samples.
What's the favorite thing you've made? Hands down, never getting rid of. It's a sentimental build.
Oh, that was bassinet.
Yeah.
100%. Because that was, I'm pretty sure that was the first piece of the nurse. Did I make it before the changing table?
I don't know.
I think I did. So that was like my becoming a father type of build, like mental thing. So I think I went through a lot of like self-realization during that build.
Like I'm having a baby.
Like I'm having a baby. My life is about to change. It's going to be very different now.
How am I going to change?
What do you mean?
My wife's about to change.
My life's about to change.
Oh, this is my wife. I was
my
like, yeah,
wife's
I'm
about
getting
to change.
fat.
She's going to be unfat soon.
That baby's going to fall out.
She's going to be like, you know, mobile more. I don't know.
So I was like, what's wrong?
I'm sure I think it's something to say.
That sounds like totally something you would say.
I don't know, man.
Okay, yeah. No, I agree. You can't get rid of that, obviously. And the crib.
Yeah,
I care less about the changing table.
I care. I think the bassinet is the biggest one for us.
Yeah.
It was like the first thing that we laid JR in when he got home.
Yeah, all three of them.
Yeah, but like JR was the first one.
Yeah, and Jared like stayed.
He's the only one who actually slept in it. That's the other thing too. Is like that actually didn't get used very much.
Well, JR slept in it almost every single night. Max slept in it 0. Literally 0 hours, 0 minutes, 0. He slept on me every minute of his life until he was like a year old. He barely slept in the crib.
I think it was a little older than that.
Yeah. And then Eloise was decent. She was a halfie.
Like quartery.
She was better. I think maybe because we had Max. Like, to me, I was like, she's awesome. She's sleeping in that crib a ton. I mean, that bassinet.
It's kind of weird that like our first baby was like the easiest.
Oh, yeah, hands down. Jared was the easiest.
Is that how it's supposed to go? Isn't it supposed to go the other way?
Yeah, but I think it also, like, I don't know. The other two are harder because we're tired because we also have an older kid. So, like, you're tireder.
I don't know. I'm tired all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, another question on Instagram was, do you have any quarantine parent tips? Also, do you own a hairbrush?
You threw it away.
I didn't.
I thought you did.
No, I took it for myself.
Oh. Disappeared.
No, he doesn't. Do you have any quarantine parent tips?
I don't know. I mean, nothing's really changed for us as far as parent stuff goes, really.
I mean, they're a little bit wilder because they can't go out and they can't go to school. So, like, JR is
Only one of them goes to school, though.
Well, I know, but, like, because, like, I think when JR went to school, it was easier for everybody because Max and JR are a year apart. And so they would have a break from each other. And I think that's
true. That is true.
Because they're, like, 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And they love each other and hate each other, like, equally. Like, they have very strong feelings about each other. And it's either we're all in or we're all out. And when they went to school, they had that little bit of break. So when they came back, like, they were excited to see each other. Like, JR had stories to tell Max. Max had stories to tell JR. Yeah. Now everything they're doing together. And they're like, and they share a bed. Like, they physically sleep in the same bed.
That is very annoying.
They're, like, together
bedtime.
all the time.
One of them's trying to keep the other one awake.
Yes, to, like, jump on, play with, like, kick. So, yeah, that's been the biggest thing. But I would say we try to now get our kids out as much as possible and have them just run outside and have, like, no, like, lesson
just leave them outside.
Like, literally, we just, like,
go outside.
Throw them outside, and they just, like, play in the mud.
Tired of hearing screaming. Go scream outside.
Yeah. And so, like, we both are working full time, so we're lucky because we have a nanny, but during the weekend, we still, like, we used to go places. Like, we used to go to the zoo, and we used to go to the children's museum, and, like,
nature center or
the nature, like, stuff like that, and we can't do that. So now, what we did last weekend, which was awesome, was that we drove a little bit and then went and walked on, like, different paths that we hadn't walked on in a long time.
Yeah.
And I think that was, like, great because they were so happy because it was something different.
Do it again tomorrow.
Probably, yeah. A different place, though. So I would say do that. Get out in fresh air, and hopefully your kids are better than ours, and they fall asleep and get tired.
Yeah, ours don't do that.
Ours never.
They don't sleep at all. I mean, hopefully someday they'll be like the most productive people in the world. but right now, they're keeping me from being very productive.
Oh my God, that's such a good point.
Hopefully they make up for my lost productivity.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'm tired all the time.
Here we go. Planning on building a rolling cabinet display case out of plywood for my paintball stuff and would love to use mostly joinery to hold things together without screws. How would you do it? Is this Frankie?
Where's Frankie?
He's like the only other paintballer I know.
I'm pretty sure like more than one person likes paintball.
Yeah, but like Frankie invented it in my head. It's fun. I like it. So how would you do it?
For plywood, like cabinet and like carcass construction, I prefer personally rabbets. You can do a nice glue joint there. You don't have any exposed joinery, and everything is sort of self-aligning when you do the glue up. So if you see any of my like shop projects where I have the plywood cabinets or whatever, like the Elfie table, that's all rabbets. It works out really nicely. Makes assembly easy.
I don't know what rabbits are.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You're too beautiful for that.
Oh, Jesus. Can you get a couple stickers? Yes. send me a message on Instagram, and then I will make sure you get them. You can send to him.
You'll probably get it too.
You'll probably get it too. It's just not as fast.
You really like painting me like as like this
No!
evil person who doesn't answer
Evil?
anything.
I have very different expectations of turnaround time than Matt.
Yeah, because you sit at your desk all day.
Yeah.
And like this answer, oh, an email came in, I better answer right now.
We have firm
I
requirements.
got nothing else going on.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm
nothing else.
I'm not on the phone right now.
I just wait till someone answers. I sit and do nothing until someone.
I know you're sitting around waiting for someone to email you.
Like,
oh,
email me.
Oh, thank you for emailing me.
Now
Thank you so
finally have
much.
something to do. That's accurate. Yeah. Okay.
I watch you all day.
Well, now you do.
I didn't do anything anyway.
He's not answering emails. Not doing that. So of course. Oh man. Okay, I'm curious of how you learned many of your skills, which are many.
Which are many.
Yeah, this person's very complimentary.
All right.
Are you self-taught? Did you go to school or learn from your father's knees?
Father's what?
Knees. That's just like a fancy way of saying.
Geez,
Like,
I've never
from your
heard that before.
Oh, it's very poetic.
I like that.
Yeah.
Bonus points for the poeticness.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think most of the things you see like me do, I'm self-taught in. Yeah, because you guys don't really see me do like, looking at like income statements and balance sheets.
You went to finance school, so don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, but I don't like nobody sees me do that stuff.
I guess.
So, everything woodworking, self-taught. Everything metalworking is pretty much self-taught. I did have the awesome opportunity to work with JD at April's shop when we built her bandsaw mill. So I learned a lot from him in the 5 days that I was, or 4 days. He was there like part of the time. But anyway, I spent a few days working with him. That was amazing. I learned a lot from him. I have taken a few woodworking classes. I took the greenworking woodworking class at the Western Burt Arboretum in England. That was fun. I never done anything like that. And I took the guitar making class at Crimson Guitars. Also phenomenal. Have there any other classes? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. Yeah. So, mostly all self-taught. My dad taught me one important lesson is that you can teach yourself to do anything.
Which is the most important lesson.
So, I have that going for me.
Mm-hmm. All right. We're almost out of time for me to go up. You can say forever, but...
Forever. I'll be here literally forever. This is it for me.
This is it. The most boring live thing ever, because eventually we're like, stop talking.
Just stop talking. No one's here anymore.
No one cares. And you're going to just keep going.
I'm here sleeping. People are watching me.
It was like a show or something, I swear. Favorite piece that Matt has made, in my opinion, it's tough because I do like the baby furniture, but I really like the thing in our dining room. What was it?
The table?
Yeah, what's that table thing called? The flat. The buffet table.
The table?
No, not our table. The buffet table.
Sideboard.
The sideboard. I really like the sideboard. It's like really pretty, and it's
Crotch
like
board.
It's one of those like functional pieces. Like our house, I love Matt, but like our house is full of pieces that are not appropriate for the size of our house.
It's only 2 pieces like that.
They're huge. So we have like the Queen Anne desk, like the secretary desk, and the, I always want to say the wrong thing.
It's a high boy.
I was going to say tall boy.
That's a slightly different thing.
A little different.
But very
High
similar.
boy. In the same room, in a room that like if anyone came in, they'd be like, this room is too big for one of those, but you put 2 in there. Like,
too small for one of those.
Yeah, too small.
Definitely not too big for one of those.
Too small. It doesn't fit any room in our house, it would be, let alone that one.
But it is functional. It's full of our sheets.
Yeah. Yeah.
So take that.
World. But like, and so it doesn't, like, even though I like both pieces, like our house isn't made for them. Our house is too small. And so while I like them, I like the sideboard. Yeah, sideboard table the most because it's like perfect for our house. It's perfect for the size, but also like it fits well in the room, and I love it. And it's beautiful. And it doesn't matter what house we live in. I'm gonna like that thing.
Maybe like the other ones when we have a bigger house.
I mean, I will. That's why you made the first thing because we went to Duluth on our 1-year anniversary or wedding anniversary.
That was the high boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we toured that one like fancy mansion, and I said, I want one of those in my bedroom.
And you don't have one in your bedroom. You have
You
have one in your living room.
I have one in my living room. So
take that. We're all about compromise
dreams
here.
come true.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Like half dreams. We're not about like making dreams come true, just like getting you like partially there.
Just enough.
Just enough to like
Keep you
whet the
interested.
appetite for more dreams.
For more. God. Terrible line. Otherwise, house hunting is still hunting.
There was a question on Instagram.
It was, yeah, but it's still hunting. We found a piece of land that we loved, and it's just not going to happen because there are too many regulations. And the township has made it relatively clear that they don't think variances are going to happen. So we can't buy a house that's going to be 20 plus acres.
They don't want businesses on the property.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but whatever. So
Yeah.
when you're buying a thing like this, just do a little due diligence and like maybe like make a phone call. And like talk to like, who would you talk to? Like city chair, the council chair, or whatever.
She's super nice, really helpful, honestly. Like, gave her like really good insight and was just really like, it's really going to be tough to get over all these things because it's not like one thing, it's a bunch because like they have rules that you can't build an accessory structure first. You have to build your primary structure, which would be our house, and we wouldn't want to do that. We'd want to build a shed that Matt would put a bunch of logs in because it would take like 1 to 2 days to build. So like
probably a little more than that, but it'd be a pretty quick,
like a week, maybe.
Pretty quick building just to get some of the stuff out of here.
Yeah.
So that the business can grow a little bit while the house is being constructed.
Right. So like honestly, it's just logistics. It makes sense. And they were like, we don't even see that happening. And I was like, okay, because that's a simple thing. And,
that's not even a big of a deal.
Right. And then, there's a lot more on top of that, like Matt has a sawmill. And even though the entire land, what we liked about the land is there is a lot of privacy. So like you wouldn't see the sawmill from anywhere, from any neighbors or anything, but.
Or even the house.
Or even the house. But it sounds like it's just not going to be worth the hassle. So we're still not eliminating the idea of building a house. It's just we need to find land that is not just an empty field that is or tillable.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that here.
You can get like a field, but I don't really want a field. It's kind of boring.
Yeah.
I want some topography. I want some trees. Something interesting.
Yeah, which that land had. It reminded us so much of La Crosse, and that's where we met. And it's a gorgeous area. So
I never thought I'd have more problems out there in the middle, out there in the country than I do in the middle of the city.
I did, but that's a whole nother story.
I guess. Fancy country.
Who is your favorite wife? Wow, what a good question.
Is that for me or for you?
Anyway, I have to go because I have to relieve our nanny. But this is the sweater that no one has bought. And look at it. Like, this is super comfortable.
Maybe Lindsay will send you a free one.
Yeah, right?
That's all you've ever done.
That's all I've done is send free ones to people. But I love this sweater. It's super comfortable. My sister even reaffirmed it and said...
Your sister does wear it. That is true.
She said, she's like, I wear it all of the time. It's my favorite sweater. She got it for free.
Here's some wine to go.
So, anyway, it's been fun. You can answer some more questions.
I will hang out for a few minutes and ask
But this
some
is the
questions.
best piece of Matt apparel if you want to keep warm. Ed, this is it. Right here. Anyway.
What?
Ed's my guy. He knows what's up.
Oh, there you go.
Right? Yeah. See?
I thought you would have said like my hairy chest or something.
Oh, jeez. I'm not one of your, buddies.
You can be my buddy.
You know what I mean.
You're my buddy.
You're my buddy. Oh, shoot. I need my teeth.
Here's your weird things. All right. Now, after hours. Okay, let me get down here to the... I haven't even looking at the chat at all. Woo! What is my most popular guild project? I think it's a sofa table, but that's probably only because it's the oldest. So it's had the most time to generate sales. So I'm going to go with sofa table. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Everything, it's all made with authentic Cremona hair. The chest hair sweater thing that you can just get here. Boss is gone, time to party. All right, I'm going to find some quick questions here. Oh, awesome, Fred. I'm glad you have that sideboard project. Hopefully you actually get around to it someday. It's a fun one. Definitely. I know it's Lindsay's favorite piece. I think it's probably up there on one of my favorite things I've made. Someone's yelling somewhere. Oh, man. think I saw these. Or I think Lindsay read them already. If I was not a woodworker, what would I be doing? I don't know. I'd probably still be doing the same thing I was doing before, which was designing software. So, presumably I would have stayed in that career path. But that's the fun thing about life. You never know. All right. Any recommendations on type of welding for a true beginner? I think it depends on what you're trying to get out of your welding learning experience. So I'm really happy that I started with stick welding. It taught me a lot about actually welding versus what I've seen people learn from just sticking with MIG welding, is they have really no idea of the actual fundamentals of welding. But they can stick some small stuff together, which is fine. If you're just trying to stick some small stuff together, that's a good way to go. But if you want to do some structural stuff, you want to build things that are going to be like picking up heavy things, stick welding is a lot easier, or a lot better way to go for a beginner, because you can make some really strong welds pretty easily with stick. They might not look the best, at least at first, but at least they'll be pretty. They won't be pretty, they'll be strong. And then as you get better, as your welds get better, they get better looking, and then you get both welds that are strong and pretty. So there's that, I guess. I don't know. I just really enjoy stick welding. Every time I do the MIG welding thing, I'm like, this is so boring. I mean, it's quick, and that's nice, but I don't know. It's just boring. It's not that exciting. What color we're going to paint the trailer? It's going to be red. Bright red, which I'm kind of happy about. The one thing I didn't like about galvanizing was that, in theory, you don't have to paint it, but I think it's like ugly. So I'm kind of happy that it's going to be like red, and I can be happy that it's like the color I want, at least. So there's that, I guess. Am I on Top Chat or Live Chat? I have no idea. This is like the integrated chat within the live streaming program that I'm using. So I'm guessing it's live. I have no idea. Wait, can I actually like put this thing in here? Oh, cool! I can put this, I should tell Lindsay next time. Like, you can actually like drop the questions right in here. Oh, yeah, I'll get a new mark. Anybody got a mark that they want to give me? I will take them. I like this, like, pick the question thing out. This is pretty sweet. Okay, so what is case hardening when drying lumber? So case hardening is what happens when the outside of the wood dries and sets its final shape while the inside is still wet and mushy. So if the outside is dry and set in final shape and the inside is wet, as that inside finally loses moisture, it will shrink and it'll pull on the outside, and the outside ends up cracking, and you'll have surface fractures all over the wood, presumably all over the wood, and you also have a lot of tension in that wood as well. So for most purposes, case hardened lumber is going to be pretty well worthless. It's a good way to destroy a bunch of very good lumber. So yeah, that's what happens when you rush the drying process. A lot of people are like, just dry it faster and faster and faster. There is a limit to how fastly or how quickly you can pull moisture out of a piece of wood. If you do it too quickly, you can ruin things in a hurry. I like this like pick the question thing. No, I guess it was a follow-up question here from Dan. So there are the surface level indicators that is case hardened. So if you have a lot of surface fractures or checking on the surface of the wood, that could be a good indication of case hardening. The other way you can tell is if you take a piece and you resaw it and it goes like crazy, then it's probably case hardened as well. It's not always the case, but if you're ripping a piece of wood on the table saw and it pinches the blade, that is like possibly borderline case hardening or is internal stress. So if you want to work with case hardened wood, expect a lot of movement as you're cutting it apart. You'll see a lot of pieces after you cut it straight, they'll like potato chip and bend all over the place. And if you're ripping something on a table saw, especially if you don't have a splitter or a riving knife, it's going to pinch that blade. It's either going to stall the saw or it's going to throw it back at you. So it's not pleasant to work with. Sean, what's up, bro? Ooh. There you go. Best answer right there. The edge pieces of the brownies. What projects am I thinking about as the kids get older for them? I haven't really thought about a whole lot of like kid-related projects. Presumably, when we have a home with more than 2 bedrooms, I'll be making some more beds for the other 2 kids that don't have their own rooms. So probably those. At some point, I want to make them like a playground jungle gym type of thing. So that'd be kind of fun to do too. Yeah. So beds and jungle gyms. Maybe put them together and they can sleep outside. There you go. All right, I'm going to answer like 2 more questions. What time is it? 8, 5:15. All right, so I got 4 minutes. Hey, there's my mother-in-law. Look at that. I put you up on the screen. How cool is that? I like this thing. What type or species of log would you like to retrieve with the trailer? Anything big. Especially when the new trailer is done, I got to get out there and get some big stuff. I really like the big stuff. Bruce says, is there a valid use for case hardened wood? So interestingly enough, when I did the green chair project thing, they actually encourage case hardening on the spindles, so it helps to lock them in place and keep their form. So in that case, when the spindles are turned and then they're dried like in a week in like a boiler. Actually, it was like 3 days, like in a drum. So they are case hardened and they actually worked out all right. So the difference there though is that they're actually at their final form. You're not going to be cutting those up into different pieces and trying to make, precision joinery on them or anything like that. So that's like the one case, I guess. If you are making green parts and then drying them extremely quickly, then you can get away with it because you're not cutting that piece of wood apart. But if you dry it quickly and you have case hardening and then you want to cut it apart and use it like normal furniture type wood, that's when you start having a problem because that wood will fight you the whole time. So my original thing, like in the winter when I was building the trailer, was to have it blasted and painted at a paint shop. But at this point, with how long this is taking and the whole COVID thing, I am just going to do it all myself so I don't have to talk to anybody and so I don't have to like go anywhere. So I'm just going to clean it and paint it exactly the same way as I painted the Sawmill, which has worked out really nicely. I'm pretty happy with the paint I used on that Sawmill. Come to Ohio. I could do that when my new trailer's done. Do some little road trips. All right, I think, let me just go up here real quick. I'm scrolling up for a second here, see if I missed anything good. I have considered doing the overhead dolly system. This shop has really low ceilings and I have like stuff hanging from them. It wouldn't really be all that pleasant or effective. So there's that, I guess. What software do I use for streaming? So I was using OBS, which is a nightmare to be honest. I mean, I understand it's like super powerful and whatever, but like I could never get it to recognize the cameras. So I bought Ecamm Live, which is what I'm using right now, which has been working really nicely. I like that it's got the integrated comments thing, so I don't have to have the YouTube page open separate from the live streaming app, and now I found out you can put the comments right into the thing. So that's kind of nice. So I think that was a decent investment. Woo. It's live streaming stuff. It's cost me a lot of money. I totally agree, Scott. I mean, look at that. Look at that horizontal space. You can like put stuff on there, like put the cameras, you know, store stuff. It's great. Love that thing. All right, so the issue with building onto the shop is the fact that we were actively trying to move. So I would never really get like a payback on that addition necessarily. And the way this like building, by building I mean house, is set up, it really wouldn't be effective like anywhere I go with this to like make it really realistic from like a resale value standpoint. I cannot go that way because that's the driveway, and the driveway like goes right to the property line. That way there is the patio, which I guess I could go, but I don't know. That seems like a lot of work. Plus it would tear up all the stuff I did on the patio. So I don't know. I guess I go that way, but I don't know. Seems like a lot of work for something I'm going to leave behind, which is funny because like it's been 3 years now and I had no idea it was going to take us this long to get out of here. So there isn't a whole lot of rust on the trailer right now. It's a lot of surface stuff. So I'll probably just wire wheel the more egregious looking rust. And then the paint product I use, Pour 15, just it goes right over top of it. It's got a pretty serious prep process, so that's a thing, but that trailer isn't any more rusty than the Sawmill when I painted it. All right, I am going to head in and see what's going on with the kids, I guess. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by for this fantastic happy hour thing. I had a happy hour. Take care of the kids. All right, let me see if I can finish this thing. How do I turn this off? Right here, okay. I think I actually have to pull up the YouTube page to start, to actually stop this thing. Then I gotta wait for this to actually load. My dream wood storage setup would be just to have enough space for all the wood I could possibly. How's that? Oh, that sounds funny. Yeah, it's still trying to load, so I guess I'm. No, we're not going to load this. Okay, come on, we can do it. So, presumably, we will continue to do this until Lindsay goes back to working in the office. Let me check the calendar real quick. Doesn't come up on here. Let's see. I think at least one more week of this at the minimum. 2 more weeks of this at a minimum. So, yeah, it's fun for us to do. Spend some time together, answer some questions, and all that too. So, I am going to head in. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you later, and happy woodworking or something. Bye.